Lana Melman, thank you for organizing this event. I want to thank all of you for coming out today. There should be more, but you know what? We're here to hold down the fort.
That's right.
Yes.
I want to share a story with you because you here in California are fighting a very similar battle as what we have seen going on for the last decade across the United States of America. And I want to reiterate to you, if we do not stand up and speak out against these anti-Semitic books, textbooks, curriculum, then this will become the norm in our schools. Joshua was absolutely correct that these teachers on the local level, they don't need to get approval from the state, from the Department of Education. All they have to do is call this supplemental material, download it from Louis Farrakhan or whoever's site, and teach it to our children. But a decade ago, there was a mother from an obscure little community, Williamson County, Tennessee. And I share this story with you because I want to encourage you. This is our battle. This is for our generation. But a mother contacted me because she knew what we were doing in fighting anti-Semitism. This is a Christian woman homeschooling her children. She said, "You'll never believe what we're teaching our children in our schools." I said, "Bring me the textbook."
This might be too loud.
Within that textbook, a Pearson published textbook, ladies and gentlemen, there was a quote that legitimized Palestinians blowing themselves up in a Jerusalem restaurant because they were waging a war against Israeli government policies and army actions.
Oh my God.
Boo is right. Well, when we found that textbook, we went to work. We met with the principal and the teacher in the school where that book was being used. We couldn't get them to remove the textbook, so we went to the school board, the superintendent of schools. And they said, "Oh, we'll put together a committee to review it." Well, they put their committee together, and we mobilized the community to show up for that school board meeting to tell the school board members, "Not on our watch." Well, ladies and gentlemen, we packed that school board meeting, and parent and citizen after parent and citizen got up and spoke and told the school board, "Get rid of this propaganda in our children's textbooks." They voted that night to keep that textbook.
Oh my God.
That night, I told those school board members, "If you don't remove this textbook from our children's schools, we're going to remove you from office."
Oh, yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? 4 months later, it was election day for those school board members. There were 6 up for re-election. We brought all 6 down in one election. That was because one mom had the courage to speak up, to condemn it, but it didn't stop there. Because once we removed all those school board members, then the elected officials in the state legislature started contacting us saying, "We're going to hold hearings. We want to see what you found." As a result of those hearings, because of course they knew we were coming after them next.
Yes.
But in the course of those hearings, they were outraged that not only that anti-Semitic and anti-Israel content was in there, but the anti-Judeo-Christian values that are taught, that weren't being taught to our children, but the propaganda that was being introduced to our kids. Our state legislature passed a law to ensure that textbooks today in Tennessee must be historically accurate, unbiased, and reflect the values of our community. So, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you that story today because now you are standing where that mother was. Now it's up to you to speak to your governor, Newsom, and your state legislature. Yeah, recall Newsom. And your state legislature. But not only that, your county commissioners, your city aldermen, your school board members. How many of you know who your school board member is? How many of you have talked to your school board members about this curriculum? This is where we win the battle, ladies and gentlemen. We have to tell them what we want our children educated with, and we are not going to tolerate anti-Semitic content. Not in the ethnic studies, not their pro-BDS statement. We have to speak up. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you, when you leave here today, do your research. Go to the school board for this county, for LA County. Find out who your school board member is and let them know that you want this curriculum removed. God bless you all. God bless the United States of America, and God bless the state of Israel.